Like the effort of your power play the last couple games. Certainly, I think at 3 straight games now you guys have converted. A year ago, that was kind of a bugaboo for you guys. What have you liked on the man advantage that's given you guys some momentum?
The man advantage has been pretty good for us all season. I mean, our scoring percentage is pretty good, but we're creating chances. We're ending the zone well. We're recovering pucks, and with maybe a third of the game being a specialty team game, it's good to have that thing going. On the other side of the coin, I think that our penalty killers have been doing a good job and continue to do that as well. So our specialty teams have been a bright thing for us along the way here.
Your team this year had shown great resolve late in games and some points when they faced a lead to come back, and I think you forged 3 ties in the third period. Certainly not the same equation tonight, but they had that quick goal. Same kind of thing on the bench. You could tell that the guys were ready to get back out there. I think just a couple shifts later, you get that big goal from Grant and kind of opened up from there.
Yeah, looking back on it, you almost wonder if that was what we needed, a slap in the face. They scored right away, and it was like, holy smokes. And then we turn it right around and turn an opportunity, an odd man rush into a goal, and then Wags gets back-to-back goals. So that really kind of jump-started the offense. And it's been the second time this year we've scored 4 goals in a second period, and it'd be a nice kind of tradition to get going.
What makes Ryan a good fit for that line that he plays on?
He's got a little bit of everything. Like he's not the biggest guy in stature, but he led our team in hits last year. And last year his offensive numbers didn't get off the ground. It almost was like he was smitten last year. He couldn't get the offensive game of his going. He's a very offensive player, and he was that way when we recruited him when he played AAA midget hockey in Chicago, and his team won a national championship, and he was the catalyst offensively for that team. So I think he was looking for a fresh start this year, and he's done a nice job in front of the net on that one power play group and where he's found his goals. So although he's not big in stature, he's tough, and he sticks his nose right in there. He reminds me a little bit of, in terms of his net front presence, of like a Brian Giunta who played at Boston College and now plays in Buffalo. Like, he plays right there on the power play at that level. And he's got that toughness and grit. He's got a quick stick, and it's going well for him. I'm really happy to see him get that offensive confidence going.
The streak to begin last year is obviously, it kind of hung over you guys like a dark cloud. To get a win at this point, and you guys had been building towards that. I think you said earlier this week that you've been playing better.
Yep.
You just hadn't seen the results on paper. What do you think this can do for your team, seeing that one in the win column? Just knowing that the work they've been putting in has now been validated with a win.
You get a level of confidence in practice. You go out, you work hard, you feel good about the way you work, you do things the way you want them. But that confidence gets solidified when you finally do it in a game. And so our confidence level will rise because of this. And we get a chance to work at that again tomorrow by playing the same team, and they're going to come back and they're going to be a little angry, and we're going to have to go out and prove it again and take a step in solidifying the way we want to play.
And for a first-year program, what do you like about what Arizona State, how they challenged you tonight? I mean, obviously they're going through kind of the same thing that we saw with Penn State a couple of years ago, just trying to find games. And you mentioned, too, it's a young bunch on paper, but kind of a grizzly veteran bunch, too, with a bunch of transfers and some veteran guys.
Well, first of all, the young goalie did a nice job. He faced a lot of shots, made a lot of saves, and they did not give up the last whistle. They competed their fannies off, and we're not just going to concede. And there was emotion even after the whistle near the end of the game. So we know they're going to be ready to play tomorrow, and that's how you build a program. You want to be competitive, and you want to take strides at getting better every chance you play.
Todd, I'm just curious, did you consider taking the power play instead of the penalty shot at all, given that some more opportunity to work on power play? Your power play has been going so well. Would have been 2 more minutes. Just curious if that ever came into mind.
No. I think it's you might not get a scoring chance on a power play, and here you got a breakaway, so you're going to take that every time. You'll take that one really good chance.
Anything else? Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.